Good morning. Welcome to the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, January 9th, 2024. I'm glad everyone made it through the weather safely to get here. I'm Chair Commissioner Krista Yoakum. To my left is Commissioner Sean Flowerday, our Vice Chair. Next is Commissioner Rick Vest, and to my far left is Commissioner Matt Schulte. Please stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance with us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Clerk, you may begin.
Location announcement of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act. A copy of the Nebraska's Open Meeting Act is located in the wall of the rear of the hearing room. All written materials to be discussed at today's open meeting are available for electronic viewing from the county clerk staff. Printing options are available upon request. These materials can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. That brings us to item 1, election of officers, election of the 2024 officers of the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners.
I would like to take a moment to nominate Commissioner Sean Flowerday as our chair. His leadership on the issues that are important to us as commissioners has just been fantastic. His leadership on solving budget issues is definitely a plus for us. And so with that, I'd like to nominate Sean Flowerday as chair.
I would second.
We have a motion and a second. I see no further discussion. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Yoakum.
Yes.
Motion passes.
And with that, I will turn the meeting over to you.
And I would now entertain a motion for the position of vice chair.
I would like to nominate Rick Vest as vice chair.
I will second.
We have a motion and a second. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot my role. That is your role now.
We've been doing that for a minute, haven't we? We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Mr. Clerk, please call the.
Vest,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to item 2, minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on December 19th, 2023.
Move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 3, claims. The first is 3A, amendment to the payroll claims ending on December 27th, 2023.
Move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 3B, approval of the claims processed through January 9th, 2024.
I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries. 3C, approval of a claim to El Centro de las Americas in the amount of $1,932.20.
Move approval. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yoakum,
I'll abstain.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0 with an abstention. Item 3D, approval of claim to Cedars Youth Services in the amount of $69,872.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Abstain.
Motion carries 3-0 with an abstention. Then item 3E, approval of claims including billing for goods and services beyond the 90-day time period provided in Nebraska Revised Statute 23-135. One to Morpho USA Incorporated, dated December 25th, 2023, for a total of $3,257. And two, Cardinal Health 414 LLC, dated January 1st, 2024, for a total of $204.
Move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to item 4, a special presentation recognizing Troy Hawk, Clerk of the District Court, for his years of service to Lancaster County.
Yep, right there is fine.
This is where we get to embarrass you a little bit.
I don't embarrass easy, so.
Troy, I just have a little gift here as a recognition from the county board for your 14 years of services. 14, you're right in total, or is that in this?
14 and a half.
Yeah, 14 and a half.
Yeah.
So I can imagine you can think about 14 years ago, how old your kids were.
Oh, no kidding. None of you were here.
That's right.
right.
One of us, yeah.
Totally.
I think Christy was around, but,
Yeah, so a lot of,
sorry, Christy.
He appreciates it, the recognition.
She was really, really young when she started.
straight out of school. But we just really, I personally have got a chance to know you over these last couple of years, and I just really appreciate your leadership, your advocacy for good governance in the county, your consistency. I think there's a lot to be said for consistent leadership in roles like yours. You've done a good job of being forward-facing to the community, helping attorneys, judges, the public engage in our courts appropriately. So I just really want to recognize you and thank you so much for your service.
Well, thank you. And I would like to say just a few things.
Please.
Yes.
First of all, I would like to thank Chuck Salem back here. He's been my chief deputy. He was in the clerk's office before I got there. He's kept me on the straight and narrow most of the time. So I'd like to say thanks to Chuck for all the help and guidance and wisdom he's provided me. I'd like to thank Simon Razak, who has managed all of the monies for me since I've been the clerk. He's probably the one that's kept me out of jail. So thank you, Simon, for the work you've done. And Nicole, we brought her over with the jury commission several years ago, and she's really inserted some new energy into the office. So I appreciate the work that they've all done, and I appreciate, Dennis, working with you. It's been a great time. I'd still like $400,000 from you if I could get that. Call me, we'll do lunch.
Yeah, we'll talk before the 14th.
Okay, sounds good. So, but I want to thank everybody in the county. I've enjoyed working with all the other elected officials, the county board, department heads. It's been a great ride. And thank you for all your time, and I'll be sad to see you all go. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, Troy, we just want to echo Matt's words here. Thank you for your service to Lancaster County. The voters trusted you, and you lived up to those responsibilities very faithfully. As a member of the board for the last 5 years, working with you has been a pleasure. We always knew we would get straightforward information. It was information that we could count on, and you made it very simple to work with you and your department. So all the best to wherever you're going, and we'll look forward to crossing paths somewhere along the way.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
I too want to echo the previous messages and thank you for your service to the county. And these are always sort of bittersweet moments because we are losing a lot of institutional knowledge and that sort of thing. Of course, you've got great staff to carry that on, but we also want to wish you the best in your next adventure.
Thank you.
You've done yeoman's work for our community, and you've been a real example of servant leadership. I really appreciate everything you've done here at Lancaster County, and thanks for giving us that much of your time.
Great. Thank you.
I would just add one thing before we give you a round of applause. One of the keys of leadership is putting together a good team, because we all know that no one person does everything. And the fact that you have Chuck and Simon and Nicole here points to the team that you've assembled, and we have confidence they'll carry on the good work that's been done. So Troy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Clerk?
Brings us to item 5, the consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there is an exception, these items will be approved as one single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are the approval of A, amendments to the following county contracts. C-22-0640 with Intuition Logic and Engineering Incorporated for professional engineering services related to channel stabilization of the Ash Hollow Drainage Canal. C-22-0708 with Archive Social for social media archive services. C-21-0684 with Herman Miller Incorporated for furniture installation and related products and services. C-22-0038 with the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs to allow Lancaster County Veterans Service Office to view and add information to a database to assist veterans and/or their eligible dependents to access benefits. C-22-0605 with the Center for Legal Immigration Assistance to increase the total allowable expenditures by $1,540.90. C-08-0663 and C-08-0664, an administrative services agreement with Empower Annuity Insurance Company, FKA Prudential Retirement Insurance Annuity Company, to remove the service schedule for certain inapplicable compliance services. C-19-0087 with U.S. Bank for P-card services. C-23-0640 with the City of Lincoln regarding extending the closing date of the sale of property located at 1005 O Street, Lincoln. B, right-of-way contracts with the following: Twin B LLC, Southwest 42nd Street and West Princeton Road in the amount of $842.50. Pat J. Dooling, Northwest 56th Street and West Mill Road in the amount of $1,966.50. Diane K. Hansmeyer, West Pella Road and Southwest 114th Street in the total amount of $1,100. Eldian E. Hansmeyer, West Pella Road and Southwest 14th Street in the total amount of $352. Eldian E. and Diane K. Hansmeyer, West Pella Road and Southwest 14th Street in the total amount of $1,397. Wayne F. Boldybuck, Northwest 105th Street and West Waverly Road, the amount of $3,617.50. Dennis K. and Carol J. Pomzil, Life Estate, West Pella Road and Southwest 142nd Street, in a total amount of $1,540. Lori J. and Linda L. Popsil, West Pella Road and Southwest 100th Street, in the total amount of $1,056. Riley Quest LLC and Everett Edward Munn Life Estate, West Waverly Road, in the total amount of $755. Utility permit 2433, allowing a Lincoln Electric System, LES, to inspect and replace power poles as needed. Utility permit 2482, allowing Lincoln Wastewater System to install a new sanitary line along Southwest 98th Street. Utility permit number 2469, allowing Windstream Nebraska LLC to place fiber by directional boring along Southwest 119th Street. Utility permits allowing Windstream Nebraska LLC to install fiber optic communications line for the following: 2467, 2470, 2491, and 2492. Utility permit 2480, allowing Allo Communications LLC to install fiber optic communication cable in the Village of Kramer. And finally, H, receive and place and file the following reports from the Assessor Register of Deeds, Records and Information Management, County Clerk, Clerk of the District Court, and the County Sheriff.
Move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to item 6, new business. 6A, a resolution in the matter of the annual salary increases for reporting directors, assistant directors, bailiffs, and the child support referees.
I move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
I just wanted to say that because of the weather, we don't have anybody here from HR, but we had been briefed on this previously.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Brings us to 6B, resolution in the matter of fixing salaries for elected officers, chief deputies for the 2024 calendar year, effective for the pay period beginning December 14th, 2023.
I'll move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 6C, resolution in the matter of witness fees paid by Lancaster County which have been remained unclaimed for 6 months or more.
I'll move approval.
I will second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 6D, an appointment of Katie Umberger to the Aging Partners Area-Wide Advisory Council for a term beginning June 30th, 2023 and ending June 30th, 2026.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm pleased to introduce for appointment Katie Umberger, who is Program Manager with the Food Bank. We are really excited about the talents she brings to us, her experience in food commodity distribution. So, Katie, I'd like you to talk about yourself a little bit.
Sure. Good morning. Thank you for having me today. I've had the privilege of working at the Food Bank of Lincoln for 8 years now, and with the last few, I've been able to directly oversee our senior-focused program with the Commodity Supplemental Food Program. And while doing this work, I've been really proud of the way that we've been able to connect with seniors in our service area, but I've also seen that we can do more. We can do better. And I think that one of the ways that we can improve the service that we provide to this population is sitting on this council and being part of the conversation of how we best provide services and resources to the seniors in our communities.
Katie, it's great to see you here this morning. I didn't recognize your name. Obviously, I should have asked for.
There you go.
But I definitely, when I saw you, I definitely associate you with the food bank. So
Oh, sure.
it's good to see you.
There you go.
Thank you.
No, we appreciate you taking this on. It's an important area of our community, and the services are very valuable, so thank you.
Happy to do it.
Thank you for joining our team.
Thanks.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion
you.
carries.
Thank you.
Brings us to item 6E, an agreement with the Southeast Nebraska Development District to send for an administration of an owner-occupied rehab program. The county will reimburse send up to $26,500 from existing housing program income funds.
I'll move approval of this.
Second.
And I'd just make a comment real quick. I'm our representative to send. This is some money that's been around for a while that we're still looking to disperse appropriately. I don't know the specifics of this homeowner on this item or the next item, but I absolutely trust that Send has identified good
Yeah.
people that are worthy of these small grants. So
Agreed that they do good work, and it's exciting to see this money get out. It's been sitting there too long, so.
Yeah.
Someone's getting very needed improvements to their home that would be difficult for them otherwise. That's the purpose. Yeah.
Right.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Schulte,
yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 6F, an agreement with Southeast Nebraska Development District, SEND, for management of an owner-occupied rehab program outlined in Attachment A. The county will reimburse SEND up to $60,500 from existing housing program income funds.
Move approval.
Second.
I might just say one other thing related to this, just so people from the public that may not be familiar with this. This is not general funds from the county that's going to these home rehabilitations. This is money that was acquired a number of years ago through the
Yeah.
state grant that has just been sitting there waiting for disbursement. So just a little clarification there.
Absolutely. We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 6G, Supplemental Agreement 3 to County Contract C-18-0721 was Felsberg Holton Olvig for professional engineering services.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. This is to extend the contract completion date, and so this project has gone on a little longer than we would have liked, but we were put on hold for the construction of the South Beltway. And so with this, I'll also tell you that last week the environmental certification for this project was approved. So that means that we will shortly get the go-ahead to start buying right-of-way for this project, which is a very exciting project, and we can't wait to get it started in Lancaster County.
I will move approval of this.
Second?
I guess I would just, you didn't, oh, you did say Salt. Did you say Saltillo? Just so people know this is for Saltillo Road.
Yeah. It's for
Saltillo
Saltillo Road.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yep. We have a motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? Please call the roll.
Best?
Yes.
Yocum?
Yes.
Schulte?
Yes.
Flowerday?
Yes.
Motion passes. Brings us to item 6H, a recommendation from the purchasing agent on behalf of the county engineer to award and execute a purchase order to Anderson Ford Auto Group for 4 2024 Ford F-250 crew cabs in the amount of $237,084.
Those of you who know me know I'm not really a weepy person, but I'm overcome with grief this morning because this would have been Ed Lawman's item, and he was so proud. He worked for 2.5 months to find trucks for our employees, good trucks that were also a really good deal for the taxpayers. And I just want to say that his unexpected passing last week has been really hard for us and for our staff. And with that, I just rest in peace, Ed, and I would just ask that you approve this item.
I appreciate you making that connection for us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I would move to approve this item.
Second.
Tremendous loss
Yeah.
for Pam's team and for Lancaster County.
Absolutely. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum?
Yes.
Best?
Yes.
Schulte?
Yes.
Flowerday?
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to 6I, a recommendation from the purchasing agreement on behalf of county engineering to award a bid to the Van Dorn Valley Construction LLC for culvert maintenance 2024 Phase 1, Project 24-21. The cost of the county is $864,897.16.
It's written as 846. And I think you said 864, Matt.
Excuse me. Yes, I do have it down as 846.
Okay. Just, yeah, this is part of our ongoing upgrading of the culverts throughout Lancaster County. I move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest?
Yes.
Schulte?
Yes.
Yocum?
Yes.
Flowerday?
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. 6J, a recommendation from the purchasing agent on behalf of county engineering to award a bid to Topcoat Incorporated for the 2024 county chip seal in the amount of $894,423.93.
I'd move approval.
I think it's really impressive that this item's on the agenda as we're in the middle of the worst snowstorm we've
Right.
had in how many years, that we're looking forward to warmer weather and the need we'll have to protect the finished roads throughout the county. So kudos to those who put this together.
This
I
item is
second.
nothing if not optimistic.
It's only temporary, folks. I would second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Best?
Yes.
Yocum?
Yes.
Schulte?
Yes.
Flowerday?
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Brings us to 6K, recommendation from the purchasing agent on behalf of the county correctional director to award and execute a sole source purchase order SS-277 for an upgrade to the existing CCTV network components to accurate controls. The total amount of the order is $369,700 with a possible additional $4,621.25 for bonding.
Brad Johnson, Director, Lancaster County Department of Corrections. I'll gladly take the $600,000 if we can get that done.
We know. We're aware.
This is related to the topic of our security camera system that I brought up, I don't know, probably a month or two ago. So this is the first step. This is the sole source approval for the vendor that is responsible for maintaining and all the software and programming. Purchasing wants us to get this approved first. This takes care of the licensing, some of the hardware as far as the servers that's going to record all those images. And then the next step then will be we'll go out for bid on getting the cables pulled and some other hardware kind of stuff. So I guess I asked that you guys approve this first phase.
There were some upgrades that we had. The system that we had was phasing out. Brad, am I right?
Yeah, this is a analog system, and the encoders which transfer that analog image from the cameras into a digital format so they can be recorded on our hard drives. Those encoders have been phased out. We cannot get replacements. They can't be fixed. It's just, analog is kind of a thing of the past. Everything's going digital, so this is something that we got to do in order to maintain this video system.
Appreciate that. And I remember the world before. Was there a world before analog? But anyway, I know that it changes and we have to upgrade, so I move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Brings us to 6L, a recommendation from the purchasing agent on behalf of the county sheriff to award a bid to the office interiors and designs for system furniture for the Lancaster County Sheriff. The total cost of the county is $150,000.
Good morning, Captain Vic, Lancaster County Sheriff's Office. This is the last big chunk of our remodel renovation project at the Sheriff's Office, and we intend to use forfeited assets to cover the costs associated with that contract.
Great.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Brings us to item 6M, grant contract with the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska on behalf of the University of Nebraska Lincoln's Law Psychology Program for research, testing, and evaluation of the county's crisis response training program in the amount of $50,000.
I would move approval.
Yeah, I will second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to 6N, recommendation from the Personnel Policy Board to amend the following county rules. There's two, and I'll read them both. Rule 17.27, hiring and retention incentive, and Rule 19.2, vacation leave.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Brings us to public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to county business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
Any members of the public wishing to speak? Seeing none, please proceed.
Item 8, announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Thursday, January 11th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Tuesday, January 16th, 2024, 9 a.m. with the Board of Equalization immediately following in room 112 of the County City Building. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on LNK TV. LNK TV is available on Allo Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 1300. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on YouTube and Facebook. LNK TV apps are also available on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Item 9 is adjournment.
Move we adjourn.
Second?
We have a motion and a second for adjournment. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes,
Motion passes.
we are adjourned. Now call to order the Lancaster County Board of Equalization meeting for Tuesday, January 9th, 2024.
Location announcement of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act. Copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located at the wall of the rear of the hearing room. All written materials to be discussed at today's open meeting are available for electronic viewing from the county clerk's staff. Printing options are available upon request. These materials can also be viewed at the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Item 1 is the election of officers, the election of the 2024 officers for the Lancaster County Board of Equalization.
I nominate Commissioner Flowerday as the chair.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Do we have a nomination for vice chair?
I would nominate Rick Vest as vice chair.
I will second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries. Brings us to item 2, minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Equalization meeting held on Tuesday, December 19th, 2023.
Move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 3 is the additions and deductions of the tax assessment rolls.
I move approval of the additions and deductions to the tax assessment rolls.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 4 is our public hearing. We have public hearings for the motor vehicle tax exemption applications for a number of organizations. The Goodwill Industry Serving Southeast Nebraska, Great Plains Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church, St. Monica's Home, New York Blood Center doing business as Nebraska Community Blood Bank, St. Mark's United Methodist Church, St. Paul's Lutheran Church, Our Lady of Guadalupe Seminary, the Salvation Army, Cedars Youth Services, Nebraska Wesleyan University, Blue Stem Health, Wayuka Cemetery and Funeral Home, the Gentle Shepherd Baptist Church, American National Red Cross, the Certosris Shrine, Emmanuel Retirement Communities, and the People's City Mission.
We'll now open the public hearing on the motor vehicle tax exemption applications. Is there anyone wishing to speak? Seeing none, we will close the public hearing on the motor vehicle tax exemption applications and move on to item 5.
The next item is action on the motor vehicle tax exemption applications.
Move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Next item is public comment. Those wishing to speak on items related to County Board of Equalization business on the agenda may do so at this time.
Any members of the public wishing to speak? Seeing none, please
Last-
proceed.
Move we adjourn.
Second?
We have a motion and a second for adjournment. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion passes. We're adjourned.